Hello, everyone. Cindy here with Yoga Body Elements and Uptown Wellness Festival, Chicago. And we have our returning guest, Dr. Nature Healing. They are going to be speaking again we're hosting them on Monday, November 3rd on Zoom, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. And the talk is going to be about immunity boosting. So thank you so much for being here and wanting to collaborate again on another Zoom workshop. Um, the last one was great. I know people really enjoyed it. There was so much information and questions. And so I'm super excited to host you again. So thank you for being here. For people that don't know about Dr. Nature Healing, can you just share who are you?
Yeah, hi Cindy, hi everyone.
Hello. Thank you for having us on.
Absolutely. Pleasure.
Yeah, so Dr. Nature Healing is basically me and my husband, or my husband and I. And some people call us a power duo, but it has nothing to do with power. We just like sharing what we know, and uh, it has to do with healthy living, conscious living, effective, efficient living. How do we do it all naturally? And we practice Ayurveda, yoga, meditation, and healthy foods. We are our family. We are 95% plus raw vegan, but it doesn't mean that we only work with raw vegans. So I know that there are some people who are afraid of Ayurveda because they think it's all about milk and ghee and white rice, especially those people who have moved on beyond animal products or beyond unhealthy products. Some people are cautious about Ayurveda because they think that uh, not about Ayurveda, but they think that if we are raw, they would also have to go raw, the minutes they they attend our workshops, but it doesn't work that way. So Ayurveda can meet you anywhere you are right now and get you wherever you want to go in terms of your body, in terms of your mind, and beyond as well. So yes.
Yeah, Ayurveda may be practiced in many ways. So the uh, contemporary view on Ayurveda depends on how practitioners present it. It's not really about what Ayurveda can do beyond each individual practitioner's concept or notion of it. And Ayurveda is all embracing concept of natural health, which actually is the fundamental one for any natural health. And therefore, it definitely can talk about veganism, pure veganism, or raw food in terms of how the balance can be achieved through these nutritional concepts, and of course, like different other aspects of it too. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. And I would also just acknowledge, about the power piece you mentioned at the beginning. I think it's very powerful. We can find our ways coming together, and the way that just acknowledging you both, how you've been able to come together and share this mission and this passion for so many years and to help so many people. So just acknowledging there is power in that. So thank you for being that. And so also what I'm hearing is you both have a lot of experience with, as a raw food. You former founders of Purple Sprout Cafe, that was located for 5 years in Wheeling, Illinois, and so you've created meal plans, meals for so many people, and also what I'm hearing, you also have a great knowledge and background in the Ayurveda practices. So those who are going to be attending the workshop and on Monday, November 3rd on Zoom, can you share a little bit more? Will this be focused on supporting your immune system, through Ayurvedic meal practices? Will there be other types of practices incorporated that you'll share about? Can you just talk a little bit what you're willing to share, what people can expect to learn on that workshop on Zoom on Monday, November 3rd?
Yes, absolutely. Great question. So the way we do our talks is we actually just put all of our knowledge together, the theoretical knowledge as well as our personal experience, our personal and professional experience. So every workshop is a compilation of, all these aspects and all these factors. So of course, you can get all of this information online, you can read, but again, it takes years and years and years to get this information and to test it on yourself and see what works. So in this workshop, we will be sharing a lot of practical advice, not just a lot of theoretical knowledge, because Dr. Nature just loves sharing his knowledge, and he possesses a wealth of knowledge, and he can talk for a long time. But what's important is that we will be doing live demos of Ayurvedic and yogic cleansing techniques. Cleansing, not necessarily in terms of detox, because we are going into the cold time of the season of the year, but cleansing routines in terms of supporting your immune system, cleansing your nasal passages, for example, respiratory channels, to make sure that we are warding off viruses during this cold time. And so Ayurvedic and yogic routines, as I said, that have to do with oral care, and then nasal wash, how to do it properly. And because there are a lot of people who still are afraid to try. They have heard about this routine, for example, it's called Neti. When you use saline solution and you just flush your nasal passages, but a lot of people are afraid to try. So we will actually be showing you step by step how to do it, so that to remove this hesitation from your minds. We'll also show you how to do the gargling, how to make your own saline solution. Dr. Nature, what else will you talk about? I know that there are some spices that you will be mentioning.
Yes, well, immunity from standpoint of Ayurveda is not just one function, it's a whole complex of different routines and the layers of practice to achieve the good state of health and resistance to the disease. It's actually the Ayurvedic notion of it is rooted in the concept of ojas, and ojas is it is the essence of vitality and vigor, which is the product of good digestion and well-nourished tissues that is manifesting through robust immunity, inner balance, inner peace, and glowing state of health, pretty much. So it's that inner radiance which provides you the strength to resist any of the external factors as well as the internal factors like stress. And this is what we're going to be talking about, the concept of ojas in Ayurveda, in just in natural health and what it is and how to achieve it. So we'll talk about the nutrition and particularly the herbal supplementation to build the ojas, the adaptogenic herbs, the purifying and nurturing herbs, certain concoctions, how you can make the season appropriate drinks to boost your immunity, support your immunity, at the same time not accumulate any other byproducts that can actually undermine the immunity as you go. So it would be balanced between how you nurture your immunity and how you cleanse your body or maintain that cleanliness of the body to keep the balanced ratio of both throughout the season. And that's just the nutritional part of it. And we'll, of course, talk about some other routines that have less to do with nutrition, but more with practices of yoga, asanas, and just like other bodily routines, let's say self-administered body therapies throughout the winter, and the types of herbs and oils that you may use during the season, and the type of well, herbs. I mentioned herbs, and just the bodily routines really, and meditation, of course, and the kind of meditation that can help you chase the stress away and overcome, the chronic emotional imbalanced emotional states. Yes.
Which is very important during the cold season because there is this thing people call winter blues, right?
Yes, that of course.
Yes, with the gloomy weather and the cold weather and the dryness of the
can
season.
overcome
Yes.
that and keep ourselves balanced, which is very important to sustain a well-balanced emotional and mental state during winter, because it is depleting time of the year, and we want to stay on top of our best health. So yes, that's a little view as to what the workshop going to be about. We'll talk in depth on all aspects of it. So we'll be looking forward to have you join the webinar. Thank you.
Yes, and on top of that, we'll be doing a live demo of vegan golden milk, how to make your vegan milk, and what spices to use there, how to make it delicious, not just healthy. So yes, we'll do that as well.
The herbs that support your strength, that gives you power to all tissues, to the muscle tissue, to the neurological tissue, so that your physical and mental health are at their top of their potential, balanced, and provides you with ultimate life energy. Yeah, so it's really going to be interesting and educational, and very because we want
very practical.
We want to be practical, because theoretical aspect is important, of course, but if it's not supported, supplemented by practice, then it's not fully realized. And we want you to not just know about it, but experience it to the full.
Okay, well, you had me at vegan golden milk. That's one of my favorite drinks to make, and especially during the winter season. And so I love that you're incorporating that into this. And what I'm hearing too is the topics and the tools and techniques you're going to share, not only just listening and hearing, this isn't my favorite word, but statistics about, Ayurveda and certain foods and practices that can support you. But I'm also hearing just nourish you during the winter season. And you're also going to do some live demonstrations, which I think is excellent and so helpful for people that are just tuning in to wanting to find ways that they can, I like to say, reclaim their power back into their health and their well-being and their immune system. So excellent. I'm super excited to see what you're going to bring on Monday, November 3rd on Zoom for that workshop. And also just want to acknowledge as well, I haven't mentioned, for people that don't know who you are, just learning about who you are with the Dr. Nature Wellness is, Dr. Nature, you also have a history and experience in Western medicine as well. So that you, not only with this mission, you both are merging both Western and Eastern perspectives. So that's also in the background of what you're sharing. do you want to share anything about that or?
Yeah, I'd be very happy to do that, of course. So originally, I'm a physician's assistant. So this is where I started. And while actually while studying for that, I worked as the CNA and registered nurse, and then I became physician assistant, and then I moved to the United States, and I had to retrain for registered nurse, and then I acquired my license, and I worked for in different settings, in different fields, providing nursing care. And then I reached the understanding of that the allopathic Western medicine is limited as to how it addresses the root cause of the conditions. At a superficial level and symptom management, it's excellent. In the surgical care, it's excellent too, but there's few pieces of puzzle are missing, which I realized that, and I think that many people can relate to that and kind of, be of the same opinion as mine is. And then I looked around and started to research of what it is that can make ourselves independent from, that inflicted medical care that can make us be more self-sustainable in terms of taking care of your health. Um, and I went into Oriental medicine, which actually opened up new perspective for me. And I realized that there's so much in it, and this is actually the way to learn and understand physiology and pathology, and that provided me so many answers to questions that I had. And I started complementing my Western knowledge with Oriental knowledge, not in a controversial way, but in a supplementative type of way, where I looked for similarities. And because, ultimately we are one, right? And concepts of different um, healing modalities, they should not dissect us, they should not divide us, but they should bring us together because we're studying the same subject. And actually, what I understand and got to understand that there is a lot of things that are, coming to the common ideas in both Western and Oriental concepts, except that the Oriental concept is maybe more articulate in the subtle energies and particularly energies that lay foundation for our existence, because the two opposites are when we think of the material body to be the fundamental principle of our life, and then start building from there, or where we understand that there is a subtle energy that is the fundamental principle of our life, and then we take another approach, but in the end we're studying the same subject. And so I can talk from both perspectives. I think it depends on what people are attuned to, if they're willing to understand and build their understanding from the Western concept. We can do that talking that terminology, or if somebody's prepared to talk and understand the concept from the subtle energy perspective, we can jump into that and definitely provide a bigger and more, in-depth picture of the subtle processes to be the basic, building blocks of the physiology and of our, the energophysiology and anatomy to go to as the later manifestation of our being. And the processes of the diseases and imbalances within these two concepts can also be explained from the both perspectives and understood, and then the root cause can actually be explored and practically approached and eradicated. So it's really all about the root cause of conditions coming from different perspectives, from different oppositions. So we will definitely explore that as we go. In this webinar, we'll talk about some of it, and of course, go and further, we'll discuss from other different systems and other different environments and conditions that this depend on. I mean, is that
Thank
yeah,
thank you for sharing. Yeah, for
right?
people that don't know that you have that Western training and just are just curious a little bit more about your background and just how you've been in it and you see what works and what's not working and how things can work better, and that will also, what I'm hearing, be shared in your share on November 3rd.
Yes,
And
yes, for sure. I'm
Irina,
always happy to share this knowledge. It's like it's my privilege and my honor. I want people to understand, not just be limited in in just one category of understanding things, but just open up and get out of the box, as they say, and see what else is out there to then decide what really goes for them, just to explore, expand their knowledge, understand different perspectives, different views, and have that, integrate that in their practice, in their self-care, or just in taking care of their of themselves, to just get better results. My background for Ayurveda is that I'm certified Ayurvedic practitioner, and I studied in lineage of SVA, which is Shakyamuni Ayurveda, which is the pranic Ayurveda, and the
Ancient branch of Ayurveda that dates back at least 8,000 years, and it was this lineage was actually mentioned in the Puranas, and in some of the stories go, even one of Krishna's sons was cured thanks to this lineage of Ayurveda.
and um, one thing that actually puts our lineage in a separate category of Ayurveda would actually be the vibrational Ayurveda practice. So we work more on prana than doshas. So that actually, kind of sets us out and different from, rest of Ayurvedic practitioners. So
And
yeah.
the premise behind it is that once you increase and improve the flow of prana, doshas kind of start falling into place, so they balance themselves out.
Yeah, but that's probably essential for people who know something about Ayurveda already, because that, before you understand the differences, you probably need to have some basic understanding of what Ayurveda is. But I can tell you that Ayurveda is the mother of all natural medicines. It is even the fundamental knowledge that traditional Chinese medicine actually arises from. So it's the most ancient system of natural health, and it is, I can also even say it's like flawless one. Maybe it's a lot to say, but I would think so. And like modern natural medicine systems, as well as the Western medicine with metaphysical concept of with the concept of metaphysical health, will sooner or later drift to understand that Ayurvedic knowledge is at base. Yeah. All right.
thank you for being that stand and for being that bridge to bring all practices and together and to see how they can work together. And Irina, if you want to share, I know you shared a little bit on the last interview that we did for disease prevention and healing. If there's anything you want to share about your knowledge and your training and your background and what's brought you to sharing this information.
Sure. So my experience goes back probably 15-20 years. So before the age, well before the age of 30, I was already falling apart physically and mentally. So, and it was a miracle that we had our first son, and just, as these situations kept to unravel, I realized that I needed to change myself from the inside out, which is what I did with the help of meditation and plant-based food. Yeah, so basically was able to cure a lot of conditions that were ruining me. And yes, and then we created Purple Sprout caffeine juice bar, and then Purple Sprout conscious organics. And along the way, we kept studying and researching, and trying, applying it to ourselves, helping other people. So we have been in this field for, like I said, for at least 15 years. So it's 30 years between the two of us. And um, I became a yoga instructor in two different disciplines, so to speak, hatha yoga and body and brain yoga. Yeah, plus raising healthy kids. So our boys are 16 and 13 now, helping a lot of families along the way. So that's what I'm bringing to the table. And yeah, so I have a lot of experience, with winter seasons and kids, boys that go out there, go to all kinds of activities, bring all kinds of germs back, and how to fight them off and how to keep them healthy. Yeah, so a lot of experience in that field.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you for sharing. Yeah. So not even just like family wellness, also women's health wellness, and even just you share the pregnancy part too, and just um, how how women can reclaim and then and then come back to the family and be able to grow, like you said, two healthy children. So excellent.
Yes.
And how these practices work and can
They
work.
definitely do work. Yes.
Excellent. So thank you. Yeah, thank you for sharing a little bit more
Thank you.
about what brought you to for this to be your passion and your mission and your purpose. Um, so looking forward again to hosting you on Monday, November 3rd, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Zoom. If you're seeing this video in real time, please make sure to pre-register so you don't miss this live. And I think the video might be available, recording might be available for maybe like 48 hours after. So it's best to be in person so you can be there in action, asking the questions and get your answers in real time. So is there anything else that you want to share before we close this interview?
No, I just wanted to thank you, Cindy, and ask everybody, please come, please join, because you'll be able to ask questions in real time and get real time answers as well.
Yeah, and I would like to say that it's actually, what motivated us to pursue this lifestyle is our own health conditions, I guess, beginning with my wife's state that she described about 15, 20 years ago, that the time that our firstborn was, showed up. So we kind of understood that we needed to look for something, that we didn't know how, what to do. Because of that, we started, looking out, and that's what we then gradually arrived at. Yeah. So since we were able to fix our own problems, I think we can help everybody else to do the same. Yeah, and we'll be looking to see as many people as would like to join this webinar. Really, we are out there for you. Thank you.
Absolutely. So we'll see you all on Monday, November 3rd, 2025, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time on Zoom. There will be links in the description box and also tagging Dr. Nature Wellness it'll be also Purple Sprout Cafe or Organics Consciousness. So check for those handles, follow if you're wanting to learn more about the Dr. Nature Wellness movement. And until then, we will see you all very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Bye.